Okay. Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? It's going to be one of our little interviews tonight, and we've got the great Mr. Hillbilly up with us tonight. He's joining us, so if you've got any questions, okay, guys, just throw them in the side chat, and we'll get through them. We always like to have the side chat throwing in questions as well for Mr. Hillbilly. A lot of you have seen him on his screen, so say hi to everybody, Hillbilly, and tell them a little bit about your channel.
Howdy, everybody. This is American Hillbilly. I had to throw that in there. Man, thank you so much, Mac, man, for having me on here. This is a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Yeah. Man, great side chat already. I'm excited. So.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Yeah. Sorry, my phone is on. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, Hillbilly Up, and pretty much my channel is not a whole lot of knowledge on guns, but a little more just entertainment and having fun. I like to try to make everybody smile and have a good time. So anyway, that's what I try to do on my channel. And every now and then I end up roping myself into having to drink a doggone hard seltzer. Most usually I just shoot them, but I had to drink not one but two of them doggone things last Saturday night. So I'm still recovering. Still not feeling that great.
You didn't like those hard seltzers at all?
Nah, they're just too sweet and bubbly for me, man. Yeah. My stomach. Well, like I said on there, man, have you ever seen a 3-day-old dead cow, the stomach bloating on an animal like that? That's how my stomach felt, man. I was hard seltzer pregnant is what it looked like, man, and what it felt like.
Oh, that's great. Okay, let's have a quick look. The side chat started to bounce already, so I'll just run down quickly. We've got CW Longshot. Hillbilly up in the side chat on the show tonight. We got Gene reloading from the hot pot with us. Ron Wayne, good to see you, Ron. Yes, I did get your parcel. I just haven't had a chance to open it. I've been so busy again this week, but I will do an unboxing on that. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for sending that out. Let's have a look. We got Duffer 426 with us, Dwayne 7834, Millsip Duo. Thanks for the address and everything, Millsip. Sorry for the confusion, but the parcel's packed. My wife is going to take him to the post office tomorrow, so you should get that probably the end of the week, early next week. Krabby Turtles with us, Michael Hurtneck. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Mike. Misty Mrs. Wayne. 1903A4 is with us. Mark Thomas has joined us. Lakeview Outdoors. Good to see you guys. Misty Mrs. Wayne. Vanessa Kitty's with us. Good to see you, Vanessa. Mark Thomas. Guns and Water, I think that is. Guns and Water is with us. Shane Boyle has joined us. Dale Pogue. Rolus Carvillas. Sorry, I hope I haven't slaughtered your name. Rolus Carvillas is with us. Thanks for joining us. Wayne is there. Tactical Fud has joined us. Thorax. Got a good old side chat going here. Ron says, it's all good, just for a few giveaway items, and I really appreciate it. Mark's Trappers and Outdoors with us. Try not to miss anybody, I think, and Tactical Fud is with us. So it's going to be like we did with a few weeks ago with Walter. It's just going to be like a one-to-one little interview. I got questions laid out here. If you guys have got any questions, just please throw them out. You know, Hillbilly is a straight up guy. He will tell you as it is. And we have some fun as it is. Richie B has
You
joined us.
bet.
Yeah, that side chat's popping already.
Yeah,
So,
and I want to say howdy to everybody out there. I started trying to type everybody's name in. They're just coming on here so fast. I can't even keep up with everybody. So if I missed you, I just want to tell you howdy.
and don't forget, guys, let me pop this up. We are doing a little giveaway a little bit later. It's going to be hashtag Mac23, and just quickly show you what we've got. Again, I got on the floor. I got a couple of stickers to give away. We got our channel logo that I give away every week. Little FN sticker. They're kind of cool. We've got the little flat head screwdrivers, magnetic top. And of course, we've got these new ones, these pin-up girls. They're the wrap-around koozies for your bottles or cans. Pretty cool. So nice. Something different I found. So there's four little gifts there. So any guys want to jump in, just hashtag Mac23 will get you in that. And just go and see. Yeah, 2 entries are coming already, so it's counting the entries. So
all right. Okay. Nice giveaway there, Mac. That's awesome.
It's good when you're a dealer because you can buy all this stuff in at cost, so it doesn't hurt the pocket too much.
Yeah.
Steve Woodworking and Homestead has joined us. Shane Boyle, Tommy Boy, good to see you, Tommy. Bubba's out there, great to see you, Bubba. So Lakeview Outdoors. So there's a few more people joining us. So let's start then. So what part of the country are you in, Hillbilly? Whereabouts are you, so people know?
I'm in southwest Missouri in the Ozark Mountains, and it's just plumb beautiful around here. Probably one of the closer towns to me that people might recognize is Branson, Missouri. There's a lot. It's a big tourist place. There's a lot of theme parks and theaters that has musical, from country to rock or whatever. They got their own theaters over there, and so it's a great family place to visit. If you ever want to take your family somewhere and you just really don't have to worry about much, there's just so much family things to do. It's just unbelievable. Water parks, everything. But like where I live right here, I'm surrounded by a beautiful lake called Table Rock Lake, and it just wraps in and around these mountains. So it's not like just one big body of water, like a pond. It just goes in and out. And we actually have our shoreline. There's more miles of shoreline we have at Table Rock Lake than California has coast to the ocean. Wow. So that kind of tells you something. There's that beautiful creeks and rivers, and it's just really nice here. I like it. I was born here, and so if you go look at the term hillbilly, it says that they're hill folk that's born in the Appalachian Mountains and the Ozark Mountains. And so, I'm a actual true hillbilly. So, and my family goes back a long ways here also.
So I've seen you always post the videos of you shooting out, and I've seen some of you driving around. And like beautiful up there up there the trees. So where's the closest? So where you are now, how far away are you from the next property? Your closest neighbor?
Oh, from my neighbors? Well, we live back on I don't know if you want to call it a hill or ridge, would be the two proper things for it. And so pretty much everybody that is back here, like where I live at, they're spread out and pretty much everybody's family, And of course, my family's real big. Not all of us live here on this hill or ridge, but you know, uh, my grandfather owned it. This whole ridge is part of basically a farm or piece of land, one solid piece of land, at one time. But yeah, I do like where my parents' house is. It's not too far from me. It's just like pretty much kind of like almost next door or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty open down here. A lot of trees, a lot of trees. So um, we don't really have like a long range areas to shoot, and so like a lot of our deer hunting and stuff is done like with 30-30s, stuff like that, because you're not going to get much of a long range shot unless you just get out away from here a bit, unless you're just shooting from one hilltop to the other, and
So have you lived on that property all your life? Is that where you've always lived?
yeah, just right in this, general area. I mean, yeah, within probably, I'd say let 8th mile. Yeah, I would say 8th mile is, where I've, lived my entire life. And so,
And then Thorax said, what state is he in? You said, was it Missouri?
yeah, Missouri. Yeah.
That's great. There you go. There you go, Thorax. I can see Doug Thomas has joined us. GGW has joined us. I see Chris from the 740s out there. Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Okay, so obviously, I'm a huge reloader. That's the whole part around about my channel. So you haven't started reloading yet, have you?
No, I have not. Something I want to get into. I've just finding the time is mainly my problem. And I know it's like everything else, if you don't you just got to get started, Probably what I would personally start reloading to start off would be shotgun shells, because I love shooting trap and stuff, skeet. Um, I would like to reload those, and then probably start on some pistol cartridges, mainly kind of like maybe 9mm, 38 special, that type stuff. Because 357, because it's stuff that I like using my videos a lot. Um, and then work my way on up to rifle rounds and stuff. And I don't know when I'll have it done, but I will have a longer range before too long that I can start shooting some rifle rounds at and stuff. And so pretty much everything right here, right? I mean, I can safely shoot those, but I don't feel comfortable unless I have like a big dirt, hillside backstop, when it goes to shooting, some longer range stuff. And so hopefully that'll happen for too long. And, maybe when I get that range done and all that, I know a few people's asked, we might just have a YouTube get together down here or something one day, So
that would be fun. That would be good.
Yeah.
Michael Hurtneck says, I think what he's saying is, how many ACs are you on? I think that's acres are you on?
Oh, like me? So personally, like 5 acres right here. But the land around me, like my family owns and stuff like that. So I mean, basically, hundreds of acres is what I have available, and so I don't know a lot of them you've probably heard of Bass Pro. No doubt. And see, Bass Pro started right here in this area, Johnny Morris. And my grandpa owned this one spot of land is 2,600 acres. This particular piece had a creek, nice creek going through it and went right into the cove or part of the lake right there. And he used to call it Garden of Eden. So I spent a lot of time growing up down there, swimming and fishing and all that. And anyway, actually Johnny Morris has it now, and that's what he calls his Dogwood Canyon Nature Reserve. So, and that's just 3 miles from my house. That tells you anything, and it's just beautiful. I mean, you literally can pull that up online, Dogwood Canyon Nature Reserve Bass Pro, and you'll see the kind of area that I live in. It's just really pretty.
That's great. AR Guns 1776 has joined us. Good to see you, Elliot. Good to see you out there. So, even though you haven't started the reloading process yet, have you sort of had a look at what sort of press you think you'd want to get into first, or is that still way off in the future?
Man, one thing about being able, with this family of you guys, with all these reloaders, I got a book right here that I've been taking notes in. Every time I'm listening to you, Georgia Shooting Connection, whoever it might be. And so I'm always constantly writing down stuff, what people's liking the best, what, people think is, the best way to start, and so I have a whole book full of stuff there. And I've not really narrowed it down to exactly one I'm going to start out with. I think that will also depend on when I get ready, like how much room I have in my shop, to get started, as far as bench space and all that stuff. I would love to have a lot of setups like you have and others have, but that right now would do me no good because I have no knowledge, of them. And so I will probably start out pretty basic. One goal of mine is eventually I would like to be able to cast and reload with no electricity. And because I just think that'd be something that I would personally would like to learn, that I could maybe pass on to, the younger generation of my family, plus, the modern reloading. Because if there's ever a time anything went south, I mean, we're pretty good down here. We're pretty self-sufficient, around here. But that's one thing that, I definitely would be interested in, getting knowledge of and being able to do. So
that's cool. Phil Peterson Farms of Nashville has joined us. Good to see you, Phil. Sorry to keep jumping in. I got to say hello to these guys.
You betcha. Howdy, everybody.
So I got a lot of questions about the whole reloading part of it, but obviously we're not going to go into that tonight. So I'll go through some of the other stuff. So you mentioned a little bit earlier that you used to hunt a lot.
Yeah.
Are you still hunting at the moment?
Yeah. I still hunt. It's mainly, gun season and stuff. Then, like, of course, the grandkids, we have a youth hunt, that, where they can, do it with a gun, they can, do the youth hunt. And so, anyway, I appreciate that, Lakeview. Thank you. You guys are all kind. Anyway, I would need to get more back out in the woods. Growing up, I mean, it was, bow and arrow, I'd hunt with bow, I'd hunt with muzzleloader, I'd hunt with gun, and that was, deer, turkey, whatever, squirrel, I just hunted a lot. And, we'd even, go on, like, we would have a place out in the woods and everything that we'd all gather and just have basically a deer camp, and with tents and stuff like that. And it was always a lot of fun, getting together with friends and family and just having a nice week long deer camp or so, 2 weeks. I just don't get to do that as much anymore. Just it's time, I guess. You think the older I get and work, less work, I'd have more time. But it seems like from the work that I still do and then the social media and everything, I don't have a lot of time to do some of that stuff. And so eventually that's where I would love to just, be able to hunt and fish a lot, because I love fishing too. So
That's cool. I can see Jamie has joined us, JH586, Dwayne7834. Good to see you guys. Tim McDowell has joined us. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. And I think that's it. So if you had one animal you'd like to hunt, what would you think it would be? If you had a choice that you could go and hunt? Because I don't know what I don't think you, have you got elk around you?
no, we don't have any elk right here. We do have some down in Arkansas, though. We do have some small black bear and a few things like that, but mainly a little more down in Arkansas. I like to, I hunt like most people do, or a lot of them. We'll hunt to feed our family, put meat in the deep freeze and stuff. And so, yeah, it's kind of like I don't really duck hunt because I don't care for duck very much, But pheasant, quail, I like doing that. Turkey, of course, deer, and stuff like that. The I've been to Colorado, to hunt out there, and a lot of beautiful country out there, elk hunting. And so I mainly, growing up, we hunted squirrel, turkey, deer, for the most part. And say squirrel, some people think, well, sheep, man, you really can't eat squirrel. But yeah, you can. Squirrel makes pretty good eating, when done right. And, so yeah, that's mainly what I've hunted, grew up hunting. I've never really went and did any like safari or exotic type, game hunting. I have a friend that has, made, took some trips to Africa and different things. And, it's pretty nice, I would assume. But I kind of like this hunt. I like hunting the mountains. I like the nice fresh air and the scenery and everything. So that's a lot of my hunting. One thing I would like to do, I've not been able to get, and I'd probably mount it on the wall. That's a snipe. I was always told, snipe hunting as a little kid, which is just a joke. And so, it's like, well, never got to see a snipe.
You're saying about duck, I do not care for duck. I know duck is a very gamey tasting meat, but
Yeah.
a lot of the guys I go hunting with, I've actually turned them on to this. So what we do is we'll cook the duck in a slow cooker, and we'll put a bit of vegetable broth as just in there. We'll throw mushrooms and some onions in there, maybe some potatoes if you want to cook some potatoes. So it all cooks up then in the hot pot. And then what me and my wife do, we cook some rice. We put the meat and the potatoes, everything on top of the rice, and then she makes a cranberry sauce. She gets fresh cranberries, crushes them up, makes a cranberry sauce, and put that over the top. And it's the bomb.
That does sound really good.
And it takes away that gamey taste of the of the duck.
Yeah, and we'd even, like, if I knew somebody that was going to eat, like, didn't care much for, say maybe the game taste of deer, white-tailed deer. What I would do is I'd soak those in milk in the refrigerator overnight, and that'll also help take some of the game taste out of it. But I don't think deer have much of a gamey taste, but I know some people do, and so.
Yeah, I eat a lot of liver, so that's very strong taste. So the game taste of
Yeah.
I like it. I like the gamey taste because I've always liked eating liver. So we don't soften it down much. We just like it as it is. It's probably something we've done coming from Wales. We used to eat a lot of liver and onions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So this is one that quite interesting that I like. So if you could change one law, you were given the chance to change any law, whether it was gun related, anything, what would you like to change as a law?
Oh man. Yeah. There's so many, that I would like to change. The first one I'm just going to shout out there for Hillbilly Nation that they quit making hard seltzer. But then I wouldn't have nothing to shoot on my video, right. So maybe that wouldn't be a good one. Oh my goodness. Well, to change something like so we already have our Second Amendment, so I mean, one thing I wish is like that people could do that more freely, throughout, United States and everything, of what our Second Amendment actually was written for and everything. See. What other law?
I dropped you right on the spot there, didn't I?
Yeah. Probably it has something to do with taxation along that lines, especially double taxation on stuff. And probably our government had to have certain terms, like as far as what they could be, how long they could be in office. I think that would probably be, all joking aside, I think that would probably be the main thing, is that our Congress and, even some of these side branches of government, that there would be term limits, and I think that would probably solve a lot of problems, that us as a country might have. So I guess that would probably be it.
That's cool. Let's go. So I had a couple of questions that Walter V. Hale wrote out. Most of them are reloading questions, but I think there's a couple here. So even though you haven't started reloading, if they said to you, okay, you can go reloading, but you only can load one caliber. We're only going to let you load one caliber. What do you think you would pick? I know you haven't started yet, but what caliber do you think you would start with?
Man, that'd be a tough one. If I can only load one, that'd be something I'd want for something that's all around use. Maybe it might not be best for everything. But you could use it hunting, you could use it self-defense, some stuff like that. It would probably be the best all around would probably be 12 gauge, shotgun. And my second one would probably be 9mm. And I know a lot of people might not like those answers, but I'm just thinking of something practical for me, in my area where I live.
Yeah, just like I said, I just wanted to throw it out there because I know you haven't actually started loading up yet. But it was just something I'd ask because these are some questions that Walter gave me. So I'm just going to see if there's anything else here. Not. Most of it is reloading with Walter. So here's a question I was asked last time, and I think it was Mrs. Hotshot threw it out there. So you were going to have to bug out what pistol and what rifle would you take with you that's in your collection if you had to bug out and get out of there. Which ones would you take?
If I could only use two, and I assume that would be I would need to grab two for all around stuff. Probably my 300 blackout rifle, and it would be a 9mm pistol, because I know I love shooting 357 and all that, but if it's for a bug out deal, I would know that that'd be the most common round out there that like I could, find or use, or, maybe I even have the most of, I don't know. Which, yeah, I'd have to say those would be the two right there. A 300 blackout, or 5.56, two. But I'd rather have the 300 blackout, and then probably a 9mm pistol, even though those would not be like the best guns that I have that would serve a lot of purposes. But those would probably be the two that I would grab.
Cool. Has your side chart frozen?
No, it's moving.
For some reason, mine is frozen. I got them coming up on my phone, but they've frozen in here, so I just have to keep an eye on my phone as well.
Oh, no.
So let's have a look. So again, related to the thing. So out of your collection, what is your favorite pistol that you've got at the moment? And I'm going to ask you the same for a rifle, so you can think about both of them. But what would be your favorite that you actually have on hand at the moment?
My favorite pistol, I'd have to make Jamie proud out there. I'd probably say my Smith & Wesson 686. That thing just shoots so well, and I can shoot better with it than I can any pistol I have. I think it just, with the long barrel on it, it's accurate. It's nice to be able to shoot two different calibers through it. But yeah, that thing, it's just, I really, really like it. And I got a lot of nice pistols, that I like a lot. But, if I was going to, have to do a target practice, and every shot mattered, it'd probably be that Smith & Wesson. Yeah, the side chat is froze on StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I got it on my phone, but I can see Richie B's joined us, and he was saying that after his chat with me last week on the thing, his head is spinning. He's been doing research on videos, reloading manuals, and he says he's it's really sparked his interest, but his head is spinning at the moment. So that's what it's all about, Richie. We're here to help. I can see CW's with us. Sorry about this, guys. For some reason, the StreamYard is frozen, so I'm just going through on my phone as well. Bubba's leaving us. Bubba's got to go to work. So thanks for joining us, Bubba, if you're still there.
Let's see you, Bubba.
And I thought I saw some other questions here. Bubba was saying he's glad he wasn't asked the question about changing the law. That was one that he'd...
he'd say no Glocks allowed. I know what he'd say.
Bamba Dad has joined us. Good to see you. I think I said hi to everybody else. Don't forget, guys, hashtag Mac23 to get in the draw for tonight. That'll get you in the little competition we got running. We'll draw in about 15 minutes. Okay. So you picked your pistol. What about your rifle? Which would be your favorite rifle?
Ah, man. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this.
No, it's what you want. This is what it's all about.
That I personally just enjoy going out shooting, and like I don't ever go to the range hardly ever without it. Like if I'm going out shooting with friends or family and stuff, because everybody wants to shoot it, and it's so fun. It never gives any trouble. Is that stinking High Point 9mm carbine? That thing. I mean, that, it's just a lot of fun to shoot. And I just enjoy it. I have lots of other rifles that I really enjoy shooting. But I always find myself like, if people's coming over and we're shooting or whatever, I always end up taking that out, for people to shoot or myself to shoot. And everybody just gets a lot of enjoyment out of it. And it never gives any trouble. I mean, it's silly, but I just enjoy shooting that thing. It shoulders good, shoots good, everything. Now, ones I also enjoy is like some of my lever actions. I love the Marlins, the Winchesters, the Rossies. I love shooting those. I love also shooting automatics, the 5.56 and all that. But I think that's one that I enjoy shooting a lot. I mean, I just do.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about buying that High Point in 10mm.
Yeah.
I know I got some high-end stuff here, but I've been watching a lot of those 10mm, and I must admit, it's for the money. It just looks so much fun, and I think that could be one of the next ones I pick up is that 10mm High Point.
I would like to say one thing. High Point, if you're out there listening, I want a 10mm red, white, and blue rifle. American flag.
I've seen the camo one. The camo one's quite nice. Yeah.
I just I love like the camo ones and everything. They look nice too. I'm definitely getting a 10mm in that. There's no doubt about it. A 10mm is kind of a new cartridge for me, and the more I shoot it, the more I like it. I mean, honestly,
I love 10mm.
I find myself really shooting it more than I do like the 45s and stuff. I mean, I just that 10mm, I just really like that cartridge. So yeah, I kind of like CJ or CW out there. 10mm is the best millimeter. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see CW put down that his favorite probably would be a Python, the old Pythons. The 426 Z, the Henry 4570. Ron Wayne, gotta love the lever action. Get it, lever actions. Tommy Boy says staccatos. That's one thing I've never shot is a staccato. And I'm just going down here. So don't forget, guys, hashtag Mac23. That's going to get you in the draw tonight. I don't know if they're coming through because for some reason both our StreamYards frozen, but we are reading it on our phones. We are still picking up the question. So if you guys just pop it in and just, if it's there when we do the draw, we do the draw. I don't want to refresh anything in case we lose everything. So I'm sorry about that. Don't know what's going on with that.
I see Walt Fletcher jumped in, said hi.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. He says 7x57 is the best millimeter. Cool.
Yeah.
Another good one. So if money was no object, is there a pistol out there that you would like to buy? If there was anything you could have in a pistol, what would you think would be something you'd like?
Well, I would like to shoot a few just to make sure, but it definitely would be a long barrel revolver. You know, probably a Colt, you know, some kind. You know, love them snake guns. But yeah, if money's no object, it would definitely would be a long barrel revolver. There's no doubt about that. And if you don't mind, Ron Wayne asked what my favorite 22 plinker is, and this might seem kind of funny, but that little Smith and Wesson, what is that? The 1522. That thing is a blast for plinking steel and a 22 caliber. Mine runs great. I mean, I like mine so well. I bought another one brand new. It's just, I didn't know if I would like it. You know, it's all AR style and everything, which I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, adjustable, you know, stock and everything. And, you know, once I stuck a red dot on that thing and got it sighted in, that thing is just a blast. I mean, it's very, for me, it's been very accurate. I mean, I'm not shooting a long distance either, you know, but for just going out and having fun, that thing is just a blast to shoot. A lot of fun.
And what about the same question with a rifle? Is there any rifles out there that's caught your eye that you'd like to have?
Oh man.
Or is there too many?
Well, mine, you know, to be honest with you, would be a if money is no object, it would be a shotgun for trap. Because I mean, you start getting in those numbers, you're talking 8-10 grand, you know, for those really nice ones, you know. A lot of them side by sides or overs and unders, you know, but I mean, you're talking some beautiful, you know, just craftsmanship on them. Not only that, very well, you know, very well made, very accurate, balanced. I mean, I've had the opportunity to shoot a few here and there, and it just, you know, I don't know if it's because I knew how much they cost, but they sure seem to shoot really sweet, you know. You know, it would definitely be some type of a shotgun. And, you know, and now I just want to tell everybody, you know, now this is just me, you know, way I've grown up around here and things that I enjoy to do. And I know there's a lot better, you know, maybe rifles out there that, you know, other people would definitely, you know, choose. But as far as me enjoying it, that's, you know, that would be, you know, the pistol and the rifle that I would buy is, somewhere along those lines. And I'm a big advocate for being able to shoot the gun before I buy it, because there's been guns in the past that like I really, really wanted real bad, and I actually had the opportunity to shoot it, and I thought, I'm not spending that money on that. No, I'm not doing it. So, if you ever have the opportunity, if there is something that you're really wanting, I always suggest to, try to find, one you can rent, at a gun range or a buddy, somebody has, and try it, because, um, I've been disappointed a few times, purchasing a gun that I thought I really wanted. Yeah, AR, I'd like to join Gun of the Month Club, buddy. That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
I can see
Or
Walker.
enrolled
Sorry,
in the
Walker.
Jelly of the Month Club.
Good night, Walker. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
See you, buddy.
And then Boomstick Revenge, he's throughout. He said, has anyone seen the new Springfield 22 LR rifle? I haven't looked at it, but it's something I can look up and find out. See what it looks like. So yeah. Okay, what else have we got you that we can ask you then? Is there anywhere you would like to visit, country-wise or somewhere in the US that you haven't been to? Have you got somewhere on your bucket list you think, oh, I want to go to China, I want to go to New York? Anyway, where would you think you'd go as a bucket list destination?
There's actually a couple of them. One, would be Israel. I'd like to visit Mount Sinai, the Dead Sea, walk some of the, land that, Christ walked, and then my heritage. So like, I'm pretty much like the heritage that I come from, my ancestors were Scottish, Irish, and Native American. So, I would like to, visit, North Scotland, up in there, from Ireland, so those would be the three places that I'd really like to visit.
That's cool. That's good answers. I can see Chad Kelly has joined us. Good to see you,
Hey,
Chad. David Pogue is there. I saw another new name there somewhere as well. I was going through your. Oh, OL1 guys joined us. Good to see you. Yeah, it's where you're living, the same as Chad. You've got all that land. I'm so jealous of you guys being able to have ranges out in your garden. You can just come out of your house and shoot. I would love that so much. I have to drive to go to a range or to the desert, but you've got a great place to shoot, and then Chad's got that great range at his place as well. It's just it's awesome what they've got. So I would really love to have a property where I could just go out and just shoot straight from my back door. That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I've actually only been to one gun range in my entire life. Other than I've been to places that were where they were holding like skeet, shooting competition. But those, I mean, I know that it'd be considered a gun range, but as far as like where you got the booths, and that was outside, where you have the the tables and stuff to shoot at, lined up there. I've only been to one my entire life, and we just never had to use anything like that around here. So there's not very many around here. I think they're so
cool. Okay, we're going to go in and do the draw, guys. So just a quick one. So you got the logo patch, the Macman logo patch. I got the little FN sticker as well. Sorry, this is a sticker, not a patch. A couple of stickers. We've got the pocket screwdriver, little flathead screwdriver with a magnet on the top. Got one of those. and these are new to us. So these are the pin-up girls, and they're the wrap-around koozies. So you can wrap around your bottle, you can open it back up. Pretty cool, something new we've had. So we're going to go in and we're going to do the draw for that. So let me go in and share the screen, and let's get this done.
Nice giveaway too.
Share screen, share. Okay, so good luck, everybody. Let's get this done.
Lakeview. Congratulations, Tony.
Lakeview. So let me do this quickly. I know I don't think I've got your details. So let me put my email address up there. So there's my email address up there for you. And just go ahead and send me your address, and I will get those posted out this week. I got my wife going to the post office tomorrow to drop a couple off, so I can get those coming to as well. So congratulations, that's great. Congratulations. Stop sharing screen. I could see Jean out there earlier, reloaded from the hot pot. You got a package coming from me as well, Jean. I've got some of those, couple of cast bullets for 45 coat I packed up today, so they're going to be shipped out tomorrow. So keep an eye open for that box, and hopefully you'll get that towards the end of the week. That's great. Thank you. That's great. It's gone to another new guy. What else have we got here? So what's your opinion on the old bump stocks that we used to do? Did you ever shoot one of those bump stocks? Or
no,
never bothered.
No, I've never messed with one or anything like that. I mean, growing up around here, you shoot a squirrel or a rabbit on the run. I didn't figure there's any need to have anything like that. And so, for me personally.
And what about those? Going the same sort of lines on with the triggers, the force triggers, the reset triggers, or the bump triggers. Have you ever shot one of those that basically fires?
I have not. I could see where one of those would come in handy. On a AR, AK type gun that somebody was wanting to, needing to put down a lot of fire, down range. I know it would probably be neat to shoot one, I just, some of that stuff is just, not really been in my, focus, around here, we've always grown up and been taught, you get what you need and what you can use and what you got to use for. And, hopefully I never, have any use for anything like that. If there was a day, I assume, it'd be great to have, but, personally, I, just has not been that interested in. I seen Lakeview out there said, please respin. I'd like to pay it forward. And that's really nice of him because
we will do that for you now, Lakeview. Let's get that done. I think we shared the screen. So let's draw again. GGW Outdoors. Let me see. I might have GGW Outdoors. Have I got his contact details here? I can't see him here, GG. So again, here's my email up on screen. Just send me your details, and I'll get them sent out. And thank you, Lakeview. That was very generous of you, and we'll get that forwarded to GGW is the lucky winner now. Okay.
I think next time I get in the giveaway, I want to change my name to American Hillbilly Outdoors. Evidently, we got a lot of luck in there.
Okay, that's great. Another one of Walter's questions, probably not with the area you're in, but do you feel any personal local animosity towards you because you love your firearms, you shoot from your own property? Do you find that any of your neighbors or people living around you might feel a bit of animosity towards you? I just thought it was a nice question that Walter threw out.
Yeah, not around here. I can see where it happens a lot to people, but I mean, around here, pretty much everybody, has a gun and shoots, at their own will, on their property or, hunting. We not in my particular kind of like area neighborhood, but I do know like over where one of my cousins live, they had somebody from out of state move in their area, and when somebody was down there in the woods, just on their own property, shooting, target practices and whatever, and they had called the local police, and the police had explained to him, well, they're not doing anything wrong, there's no law against it, and stuff. And so he said, next weekend that happened again. The police come back, and the police pretty much told them, said, if we get another call from you about that, you're the ones that's going to go to jail. So, they're not doing anything illegal. You're wasting our time calling us, every time you hear a gunshot, And so, I mean, that's just, that's just kind of how it is around here. And I'm very thankful to live in this area, because of it. Everybody's just pretty nice and, and gets along, decent, and they don't really seem to have any problems. I know one of my friends, we had a place set up at his house where he had a bunch of floodlights way out there and everything, and we could actually skeet shoot at night or like when it started getting dark. And like even with that, we would stop by like 9 o'clock at night, not that we was doing anything wrong or breaking any laws, but just out of and this would be on the weekend, just out of consideration towards any neighbors, So I mean,
Yep.
that's just kind of how everybody is around here.
That's cool. So Tim McDowell is leaving us. He's got to run. He's got a doctor in the morning. Thanks for coming and joining us. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Tim. So have you ever built a pistol? Have you ever built your own pistol? Or have you got any plans to build a pistol? Or and the same question with the rifle as well.
I've not built a pistol. That's something that I think will be probably in the near future. A rifle, my 300 Blackout, I build it, and then I'm probably going to build a 5.56. Also in the near future. That's probably that's only really one that I've done, and it was nice to do it, and to be able to put what you wanted into the rifle itself. So I think the same way would be just as nice with a pistol, doing that, instead of buying something, have to take stuff out and replace it with stuff that you want. I think that's a great, deal to do, is so, you literally can get all the stuff you want, the trigger, the bolt, carry group, whatever you would like for a rifle, or, even for pistols and stuff, the slides and stuff. I think it's a great way to do it. That way you can just have more custom to you. And probably one of these days, I don't know if I'll build it or just buy a Ruger, but I would like to have a 6.5 Creedmoor, I think in the near future too, at some point. So
that'd be cool. So what about, would you go as far as buying like an 80% lower AR lower and milling it out yourself? Is that something you've ever looked into or thought about doing, or is that just not out there for you?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to do. It's crossed my mind time or two. No doubt about that. And mainly because I like, machine type work. I like building stuff. I can, I'm pretty good with wood still, about anything as far as, machining it or building it and stuff. So I think that's something that'd be really fun to do. My other problem is, um, I like to stay, even though that's not against the law or anything. I try not to get in much gray area, when it comes to stuff. And so that's another thing. And I know like that's totally legal and everything, but it's something I think I would like to do at some point,
Yeah, I think as long as you keep, I think it's what the law says. You can build them and you keep it for yourself. You can't pass them on. You can't sell them. So,
yeah.
I've got the setup here ready to have a go. I haven't physically sat down and done it, but it's definitely there that I wanna do it. It's just something that I wanna have a go at to see how well it turns out.
Yeah.
The Scottish American has joined us. Just about wrapping up. So thanks for joining us.
Buddy.
See if there's anybody else here. Boomstick is out there. I don't know if I said hi to him. Yeah, Boomstick Revenge is out there. So just reading to see if there's any other questions here. No, I think that's about it with the list that I wanted to go through with you guys. It's just like I said, we're going to try and keep it to an hour. I can see that the side chat was bouncing, even though we had to read it on our phone. There's a little bit of a shame it froze up, but we were still getting
yeah.
questions. What did Dale? Hillbilly, I have a 6.5 Creedmoor bolt and a 6.5 AR-10. I think he's asking, would you prefer a bolt action or an AR-10 style 6.5 when you're going to build one?
Oh, man. Man, both of them would be great. If I was going to build one, in that caliber, it'd probably be more, definitely for something shooting a longer distance. So I would probably go with a bolt action. Yeah, I think I would probably have to go with the bolt action.
That's cool. And again,
and I want to address something out there. Scotsman said some freaking hillbilly challenged me basically to a spewing contest. Yeah, buddy, I did. Since you guys got to have a great time on my behalf, which I understand, I agreed to it, and but I thought I'd let you get in on some of the fun, buddy.
And I think these are probably going to be easy answers. Revolver or semi-automatic? What would be your favorite?
Well, my favorite by far is the revolver.
Yeah,
but
me.
I guess it depends on what the situation would be. I love shooting both of them. But for some reason, I just really have a love for revolvers and lever actions. I don't know exactly why. Just maybe the way I grew up, but you know, I just really enjoy them.
With me, I used to love all the semi-automatics. I was buying 1911s and different things. And then obviously when the whole COVID thing hit and supplies got hard to get and we weren't shooting as much, I started getting more into revolvers. And I'll be honest with you, I love them. I got a bunch of them now, different calibers, and I load and I cast from. I just love going away from these machines behind me, the Dillons. I prefer to use the T7 or the Reddings over there and hand load them. And so you're not shooting. It's like I used to go out with my pistols and I'd go through 2,000 rounds in a session, just bang, 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 just blow it away. But now I tend to reload it, do different, and develop the rounds better, and not shoot as much, but spend more time shooting, enjoying it, chronographing it, sighting it in, and I really like that side of it. And the same what you were saying now, I've started going into getting the same calibers in lever action guns. And I love it. It's completely different to shooting an AR and a semi-automatic. It's like I said, it's more old school, and
Yeah,
I love it. I still have like my ARs, and I got those custom bolt actions which I can reach out there with, and I'd never get rid of them. But for more fun and enjoyable, revolvers and lever actions, it's the way to go. What's Thorax said? Again, Scotsman would be on the other side of the table, $100 bill and a 12-pack of White Claw on the table on ice. He would say, whoever downs the most cans win the money. Now go. Or he wants to put $100 down, a 12-pack, and so you can drink them the fastest. Not for me. I wouldn't want to do that.
No, I wouldn't drink a 12-pack for $100. No way.
I think after 2 or 3, you're probably so gassed up you wouldn't want to do anymore.
Oh, man. Yeah, I felt terrible even the next day. I mean, it's like I'm just not used to it, I guess. Yeah, there's no way I would drink. I don't know. I don't think I could drink 12 of them anyhow. I don't think there's any way possible that I could drink 12 of those things.
I think I've only tried the hard seltzer once, and it was the worst. It was just, I just stay away from them. Bamba Dad says White Claw is just a fruity tasting chemical.
Yeah.
Like Thunderbird was to wine. I don't know what Thunderbird is. It's like Thunderbird was to wine. Cool. Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. So a huge thanks to Mr. Hillbilly up for joining me. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I want to try doing these interviews every 3 or 4 weeks, trying to get people in from our community. It's going to be roughly the same questions I ask everybody, and everybody's hopefully you can have sort of similar or different answers, but it's just getting to know everybody. And that's what it was about tonight. We had a really great turnout in the side chat. It was bouncing. I think it was my highest amount of people that have been on the stream for me at the moment. So that was really good. I enjoyed it. I hope Hillbilly enjoyed it as well. He had a chance to share some of his life with you guys and a little bit about him, and that's what it was all about.
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much, buddy. Thank you so much for having me on. I had a great time. I hope you and the side chat all had a great time too. I just appreciate you so much.
That's great. So everybody in the side chat, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, Hillbilly will be on Saturday night. Is it 9 o'clock Eastern you're on, Hillbilly?
9 Central, 10 Eastern. Yeah.
9 Central, 10 Eastern. So if you want to join us and see what his show is all about, come and join us. Don't forget the Georgia Shooting Connection on a Friday night in Gizzard, Christmas 7:40 on a Wednesday night. AR Guns, he normally on a Thursday night, so just plugged a few in. G23 wasn't with us tonight, but he's normally on a Saturday evening as well. So huge thanks to Hillbilly. Thank you so much in the side chat, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
See y'all. Y'all take care.